There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. It is a meeting for the renewal for the declaration of the state of local emergency, and we'll get updates from our different teams, starting with Russ.
So as of today, we had another 306 cases over the last 24 hours in Alberta, for a total of 30, I didn't write that number down, 39, somewhere around 3,900, 38 or 3,900 total cases in Alberta. 70.4% of the cases are in the Calgary zone, so almost 3/4, so that's fairly significant. The AEMA, Alberta Emergency Management Association, is sending out PPE to all municipalities. They've got 93% of orders filled. The other 7% are they're waiting for shipping addresses and stuff. So we should be seeing some PPE coming in shortly. What else did they say? Yard and garage sales are up to the local authority right now to approve or not. So we would have to make a policy.
Because this is our first public meeting. Some of the people may not know your title, so can you say your title as well, please?
Sure. I'm the Community Services Manager as well as the Director of Emergency Management.
Thank you.
What else do I have to update on that? There are some larger outbreaks at some of the food processing plants. They've traced just about 500 cases back to the Cargill plant in High River. Golf courses, they're still discussing. Hasn't been decided upon yet. That's about all I have that I can think of currently.
In your opinion, Russ, the garage sales, are they, like, if we're trying to keep distances, like, I don't know how.
I would recommend that they don't be allowed. It's hard to enforce social distancing. You're generally picking up and touching things and looking at them, and when that happens, you're supposed to sanitize everything. Well, that's pretty hard to achieve. So my recommendation would be not to allow them until Alberta Health maybe relaxes some of the restrictions.
State your name and your position, please.
For the record.
Yes.
Yeah. Ben Niven, Fire Chief at Santa Crossfields. Yeah, so the updates were still running with our crew set up for the response to the COVID pandemic. We're assisting Public Works with the process right now. Other than that, we're just kind of status quo. Soon, Russ probably gave you the update on everything else, so don't have much to add this week.
Okay.
Trevor Stevens, Community Peace Officer for Santa Crossfield. The only thing I can, the only thing I can add here is, in terms of enforcement, we're seeing, for the most part, people are fairly compliant. I think it's getting to the point now where people are getting fed up with being stuck inside and fed up with the restrictions, and they're trying to get out, and when everybody gets out, you tend to have an increase in the population and a more difficulty in social distancing. My colleagues, and we even hear from the city of Calgary with the mayor and Tom Sampson, where we're getting to the point where warnings and education are not going to be happening anymore. We're going to be going to fines and getting more of a heavy hand because people just aren't being compliant. Now, like I said, it's not the majority of people, but there's some that are in it's looking like we're going to have to start being a little more heavy-handed.
Stevens, in the case of minors, how would that work if it's groups of kids that are running around that aren't socially distancing, if they move, that they want you doing more fines, then how would that work? Is it the kids or the parents?
So, I mean, we have to look at children, they're still developing, they don't clearly understand. They may or may not have access to all the information, they may have the information disseminated by their parents, who may be informed or they may not be informed correctly as to what's going on. So with the kids, I think that's going to be a remain an educational thing. Just to get a better understanding for them of the older teenagers and the adults, and it's on a case-by-case basis. And I myself might be looking more at enforcement. If, you know, it depends on attitude, it depends on, you know, what their answers are during our encounter and what what's going on. So far in town here, most of the cases where I've had to remind people involve children and teenagers. Very few adults that have to remind. And then, just a reminder for everybody when it comes to driving a vehicle, there's only a couple exemptions there because in a vehicle you can't get 6 feet distance with 2 meter distance for isolation or social distancing. So if you live under the same roof, then you are exempt because if you're in the same roof, you're going to be in contact anyway. Or if you're in a vehicle for the purposes of work, then you're also exempt. Other than that, there is no exemption. So there's been a couple of cases of yesterday where there was 3 males, and they were just returning from a friend's house, and they decided to carpool. There was a warning given, but potentially they could each receive $1,200 for that, and it was all about their attitude. They felt foolish. They didn't even think about it. So I don't think they're going to do that again. So I chose to use my discretion and not charge.
Joe Holstein, Deputy Director for Emergency Management. We had a meeting with the Provincial Operations Center the other day. They're still trying to get the 90 days SOL expanded, but there's, it's still got to go through legislature. Apparently it's hung up in there, so it's week by week thing. Hopefully they change that. As of now, there are 3 cases for COVID in Crossfield. 2 are active, 1 is recovered. That's the latest we got from Alberta Health Services.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all I got.
Deputy Grace, any questions? Any further questions? Administration, do you have any updates you want to include as well?
Not specifically. The teams, as always, done a good job.
Okay. All right. So if council doesn't have any other questions, if there's any questions coming in from the public, if Lindsay, you're checking that, Christine's checking that. Wait a couple of minutes for those questions to come in.
Did you want a few words about the boil water order in public section?
Except that this is just for the state of local emergency, this meeting, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of outside of that. I mean, we could, after we make the declaration before we sign it, if you want to say something, then I think that's okay, but then that kind of splits the 2 purposes, I think, yeah.
Do we have any questions coming in, Christina?
We'll wait 1 more minute, and if there's no questions coming through, then we'll make the declaration. And I guess if required for council, can we make the next declaration to be required on Tuesday, but we probably don't have until Wednesday, but Tuesday off. And then we could do it before our planning meeting. So, yeah, what time do you want to do, 10 o'clock again?
It doesn't matter to me when it will come on Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
have a lot.
so if we do,
scheduled.
we'll have our next, meeting next Tuesday at 10. Okay, seeing no questions come in from Christina's, or from the public, thank you everyone that participated, and, the town of Crossville declares that a state of local emergency continues to exist within the town of Crossville, and that's April 23rd, 2020, at 10:11. Thank you. Ken, did you want to make a quick announcement about the boil water, now that we're done? with
Yeah,
this?
in reality, this is very, very, very simple. In preparation for the downtown construction, we were testing all of the valves that we need to test to make sure that we can go in and isolate things properly to do construction. And the engineering diagram from Babbitt and whoever the heck the engineering companies were said the valves are here, here, and here. And we closed the documentation from the engineering diagrams from many, many years ago is just wrong. I mean, there's no complexity to this. And because of that, our water system was depressurized for 10-ish minutes.
Yeah, we figure under 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Somewhere
max.
between 5 and 10 minutes. Just so that everybody is 100% clear on this, there's lots of conspiracy theories floating around out there. The system was not breached, the system was not compromised, the system was not damaged. There is absolutely no reason to believe or suspect there has been any contamination in the system of any kind. I know there's wild conspiracy theories floating around there, and who shot John F. Kennedy, we really don't know. There is no indication of any kind of compromise of the system.
And Christina's going to come out with an update today, right?
Yeah, we put one out last night and we'll put another one out today.
Right.
What happened, and the reason some citizens are having pretty grungy water is that system's been sitting there for decades. And over time, a little bit of sediment and mineral deposits and accumulation of organic material settles out of the water. When you depressurize and then repressurize, the big shot of water coming in stirs up all the junk. On the main lines, it's not so bad. On people who are on stub lines, where there's just a line, it's not a loop, so the water doesn't flow. It just kind of is, semi-stagnant as it depressurizes. Those are the places that are worse. I think Harrison is probably there. I suspect NACO and company down there is probably reasonably bad. We're flushing the lines to get all of that crap out of there. 2 days to flush, is that the other reason? Yes. We're going to then, we have to do 2 tests. We do a test in a variety of places around town for the bacterial BACT test. We wait 24 hours, do another one. Typically takes 36-ish hours to get our results back. So we're probably looking at 6-ish days before the boil water order comes out. Could be a little more, a little bit less, depending on how things go. And it's not really much beyond that. On my own personal communications last night, I got an awful lot of emails from people, emails and Facebook messages saying, like, aren't you guys massively overreacting here? I mean, a valve got shut and opened it 10 minutes later. What the heck is going on? Is this massive overkill? In terms of the actual risk, yeah, this probably is massive overkill, but I'm okay with that. Alberta, the standard is not very, very, very low risk. The standard is 0 risk. The rule is you keep your system pressurized, and if you lose pressure, you run through all of these protocols. Where that actually comes from is many years ago, and it seems bizarre in retrospect, but it was very, very common to run water lines inside or directly beside sewer lines. The line going out to Humphreys The line going out to Humpty's, it's not active, but there actually is a portion of it that's in a manhole structure that is, what would have been sanitary if it had ever been put in. That is a common thing, and, potentially if there's a depressurization back then, there could have been contamination. Now, in our case, it's not relevant, but it's the way it was many, many years ago. So, it's an extreme precaution. Again, there's absolutely no thought of infiltration, no evidence of any kind that we've been compromised. We're following the rules because we're Canadians and that's what we do.
Okay, so going forward, then, the public can watch for updates from Christina, being our communication person. She'll be on top of it, sending out the updates as they become available, correct?
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of updates. It's going to be basically we're flushing. These are the areas we've got done. In 2-ish days, we're going to say, hi, we're finished flushing, you accept the tests in. And then 2.5 days later, we'll probably say, hi, everything's all good. Back to normal.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it was, nobody made a mistake. The documentation we had from however many years ago that was is wrong. We will be opening up the limit railway intersection because we got to sort this out. We were planning to do that anyway as part of the railway construction.
Limit railway or lot?
Oh, railway and lot, sorry, my apologies.
Are we all doing it?
We're going to open that up anyway because we were planning to do that anyhow and we have to sort it out. Our working theory, the only thing that makes sense is a couple of valves related to the bypass around that intersection for our water system got paved over. That's the working theory. It's the only thing that makes sense. We're going to open it up and figure it out.
Okay, thank you for that update. I think that's the end of the public presentation.
Yep.
Okay.
We're signing off, Christina.